Hello friends, today's video begins with a question. There is an old man and he has 49 cows. Each cow is numbered 1 to 49 respectively, and each cow gives same liters of milk as their numbers. That is, cow 1 gives 1 liter of milk, cow 2 gives 2 liter of milk, and likewise cow 49th gives 49 liters of milk. The man has 7 sons. He wants to divide the 49 cows with his 7 sons in such a manner that each child gets or receives the same number of cows and the same quantity of milk. Can you help him do it? Wow, isn't it a puzzling problem? Well, we'll come to it later on. Today, my video is going to be about magic squares. Now, what is a magic square? It's a term given to squares which are filled with consecutive integers, and the total of rows, columns, and diagonals is always the same. As you all can see in this example, it's a 3 by 3 grid, means we have 3 rows and 3 columns. So here, when we add any of the rows 1, 2, 3, or any of the columns 1, 2, 3, or even if we find out the sum of the diagonals, we'll see it is the same. How do we solve it? Or how do we fill such a magic square? So there are certain properties and rules that are to be followed. So first I'm going to deal with the properties. The properties are as follows. Here, the number of rows and the number of columns, they should always be the same and an odd number. That means the rule which I'm going to explain, it's only for the odd number of grids. We cannot use the rule for 4 by 4 grid or 6 by 6 grid. So this is only for 3 by 3, 5 by 5, 7 by 7, 9 by 9. You can use the rule. The second property is the first and the last number. As you can see here, the first number, if we are filling this, the numbers 1 to 9. So the first number is 1 and the last number is 9. So the first and the last number always lie in the same row. As you can see here in row 2, first and 1 and 9, they both lie in the same row and exactly opposite to each other. The third property is the total of any side. How do we find out the total of any side? It's a very simple formula. The number in the centermost square multiplied by number of square of any side. As you can see here, the center number is 5. It is to be multiplied by the squares on any side. So every side has got 3 squares. So when we multiply 5 with 3, we get 15. So the sum total is 15. And the fourth property is, how do we find out the centermost number? Suppose you have to fill the number from 1 to 9. So 9 is the maximum number. See here, maximum number is divided by 2 and then round it off. So here, the maximum number is 9 in this grid. When we divide it by 2, we get 4.5. So 4.5 is rounded off to 5 and 5 is the centermost number. I hope the properties are clear to all of you. Now, we move on to the rules. The rules are as follows. First number is the centermost square of the last column. The first number is always filled in the centermost square of the last column. जो पहला नंबर है उसे हमें जो सबसे लास्ट कॉलम के बिल्कुल सेंटर में रखना है. As we can see here, 1 is placed in the last column, 3 in the centermost. So this is the rule 1. Then After inserting a number in a square, move to the square in the southeast direction and fill the next number. The third rule is, if square in the southeast cannot be filled, move to the square in the west and fill. A number in the last square is filled. If a number in the last square is filled, then fill the next number to the square to its west. These rules are to be memorized and read again and again. And I will explain how they are used in filling the squares. So here I have a 5 by 5 grid and I'm going to fill it with the numbers from 1 to 25. This square grid is going to be filled from 1 to 25 because it's a 5 by 5 grid. Now, the first rule or the property, the rule is the first number is always in the last centermost square. So this is the last column. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the centermost column. So 1 will always be placed here. And according to the property, the last is always on the opposite. So we can easily place this 25 here. You will see 25 will come in this box. Okay, now we are going to follow the rule of moving to the southeast direction before filling the next number. So here, for your convenience, I have drawn the direction. We can see here we have the southeast direction. Now coming to this square, we have to fill the next number. Now if we move to the southeast direction, we come here, we don't have anything. We have moved outside the grid. So we cannot fill a number here. In such case, what do we do? Exactly opposite of this. Exactly opposite is this. So 2 will come here. That is what is written. South is fill the next number. Move in the south, fill the next number. Since we cannot fill it here, so what we do, we fill in the square to its west. If southeast cannot be filled, move to the square in the west and fill. So this rule we have applied here. Since here in the southeast it cannot be filled, so we move to this west, exactly opposite. प्लीज रिमेंबर, जब भी हम ग्रिड के बाहर चले जाएंगे तो हमें हमेशा उसके ऑपोजिट एंड के नंबर को भरना है, ऑपोजिट एंड के स्क्वायर में नंबर भरना है. नाउ अगेन वी मूव टू द साउथ ईस्ट डायरेक्शन फॉर फिलिंग द नेक्स्ट नंबर. So 3 will come here. Again southeast is, we cannot fill it here, so we'll move just to the opposite. So 4 will come here. Again हम ग्रिड से बाहर चले गए तो ठीक इसके ऑपोजिट में हमें भरना है. Again we move to the southeast, we fill the number 5. अब 5 के हम यहाँ आए तो we already have 1. This is already filled. As you see, a number in the last square is filled. Then fill the next number in the square to its west. So यहाँ चूंकि already 1 is filled, so we move to the west and we fill 6 here. अब जब हम ग्रिड के अंदर हैं और नेक्स्ट साउथ ईस्ट अगर भरा हुआ है तो हम उसके वेस्ट में अपने नंबर को फिल करेंगे. अगेन द 7th will be south east direction, 8 will be south east direction. Now again 8 में जब हम बाहर चले गए outside the grid, so just the opposite will be occupied by 9. Again southeast direction में हम आए, we cannot fill, just opposite में गए, we fill 10. जब हम 10 के southeast में आए, since it's already filled, so we have to move to the west. Again southeast 12, again southeast 13, again southeast 14, again southeast 15. And when we move out, there's a cross. इसके opposite गए, again there's a cross. So हमें क्या करना है, यहाँ से अंदर की तरफ 16 will be filled here. फिर हम इसके साउथ ईस्ट में गए, we cannot fill, तो इसके opposite में 17. Again we move here, we cannot fill, opposite 18, then 19, then 20. Again this is already filled, so the next number will come to its west, 21, 22. We move here, cannot be filled, so just the opposite, 23. Then we come here, 24. Again, we cannot fill, so just the opposite. Like I said in the beginning, 25 will come here. So you all can see this is how. Now, if you add, if you want to find out the sum, we can follow the property. The sum will be the center number, the centermost number, that is 13, which is to be multiplied by square or any side. The number of squares on any side. So what the number of squares that we are having is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we multiply this with 5. And if you add any side, any row, any column, any diagonal, you will get the sum total as 65. I hope all of you have understood. So, coming back to my problem, to my question of 49 cows. This 7 by 7 grid will help us to find the total number of cows. That is very simple. Every son will get 7 cows. But how many liters of milk? That can easily be done with the help of this grid. So here we see we have to fill the numbers from 1 to 49. So here we can find out the centermost number. First of all, the last column is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the centermost, will be occupied by 1. The opposite end will be occupied by the last number, and the middle one will be occupied by what we have to do, 49 divided by 2. So we get how much? 20, 4.5. So which will be rounded off to 25. So here we will have 25, and we can again start following the rules. The addition will be, I think that I should ask you people to find out the quantity of milk each son will receive. That is, what is the total of each side? That is a question I leave for you people. Please answer in the comment box. Now let us start filling. Here we don't have anything, so this is 2, 3, 4. This cannot be filled, so 5, 6, 7. This cannot be filled. 8, 9, 10. This cannot be filled. 11, 12. This cannot be filled. 13, 14. Already filled, so 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This cannot be filled. So we move on to the opposite. 20. This cannot be filled. 21. This cannot be filled. 22, 23, 24. See, 25 has come here. 26, 27, 28. This cannot be filled. So even if we go here, this cannot be filled. So 29 will come here. We cannot fill. So 30. We cannot be filled. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 cannot be filled. 36, 37 cannot be filled. 38, 39. Come here. This cannot be filled. So 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, and this cannot be filled. So see, the first and the last in the same row opposite ends. I have given you all the solution, but I want that please answer in the comment box how much the sum total of each side. Yes, I would like to tell you all that you can make a magic square of 5 by 5 grid. You can fill it with the multiples of any number, maybe 5 or 3 or 4. You can just go on filling using this rule. You can make a grid of 3 by 3 using the first 9 even numbers or odd numbers. So you can take n numbers of examples to solve and fill your odd numbers of grid. Hope you all enjoyed watching my video. Do subscribe, like, share and comment for more such videos. Thank you.